Good morning. This morning what I want to talk to you about is cheap cars in your inventory. It's outside, so you're going to get a little road noise. We have a lot of traffic here, which of course is beneficial to the dealership, but noisy when doing videos. But anyway, there's a big debate going on, I guess, or conversation going on about whether to deal in cheap cars or not. One of the key things that you have to learn about your dealership is that you've got to have a mixture of cars. You can't really just focus on one price range of car, one style of car or truck or anything. We're in a situation, and I think most dealers should put themselves in the same situation, to where we have a variety of cars starting from $1,000 up to $20,000 or $30,000. And you need these cheap cars as leaders to get out and to the public, because everybody's looking for a great deal. So what's really important is that when they come to your car lot, you're not really necessarily focusing on selling just cheap cars, but it's very important to give them a frame of reference. Here's what you get for $1,000. Here's what you get for $2,000. And the scale goes all the way up. But those cheap cars are very important to you to market with, to advertise with. It's leaders. It's the old car game, as it's been for many years, that bring them in with the low prices and then allow them to upsell themselves, which is the case with us a lot of times. We advertise $1,000, $2,000 cars out there on Facebook and Craigslist and places like that, and these people come in on those cars, and some of them sell, but more often than not, they upgrade themselves maybe to a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 car and use that $2,000 that they had to buy a car as a down payment on a better car. So don't shy away from cheap cars. They're very important to have an inventory of them. Eventually they're going to sell, but what's really important there when you're selling a $2,000 car is don't make it appear to be a $5,000 car. Leave things wrong with those cars. Show them, don't misrepresent them. This car needs a radiator, okay? And put down there the estimated cost of a radiator. Do it yourself, if you will. You know, for $2,000, this is a good car. It's got reasonable miles on it, it's got good tires on it, but it needs a radiator. A radiator is 50 bucks, and a couple of hours of your time, if you want to put a radiator on it, you can increase the value of that car with your efforts. And that's what you want to do with your cheap cars. You allow people to do the work themselves and save a lot of money if they have that ability. So having an inventory of mixed cars, upsell all the way to the later cars, but just because they're $2,000 cars versus a $7,000 or $8,000 car, which, for instance, we just sold a $7,000 car last week, and today the lady was back here crying because the air conditioner went out. It's a $7,000 car. The fact that it's a $7,000 used car doesn't make it a better used car than a $5,000 car. I mean, they're used cars. They're as is and no warranties. Now, you know, we have a reputation, so we're putting her an air conditioner on her car. This is why it's very important for you to hold a good gross profit. Because if you hold a good gross profit, not only are you potentially making a good living, but you're able to service your customers better. And that's very, very, very important. hold enough profit that you can stay in business if you have used cars that are going to eventually cause a problem, and you have a customer that you want to reach out and help a little bit when you can. So don't go around here trying to make a minimal amount of profits and give excellent customer service. That's not going to happen. You have to protect your customers. And the way you protect your customers is by holding good profit margins in order that you stay in business. I hope this advice helps you some. I wish you a happy 4th of July, and I hope you're having a wonderful year.